another one I wanted to bring up was, of course, we are seeing on WWE programming this little rift between Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Of course, Damian Priest won the Money in the Bank ladder match, which I know David enjoyed very much.
Mm-hmm.
He loved it.
Yes, sir.
But we
Yes, sir.
we had we had Finn kind of mess up Mr. Priest on when he was challenging Seth Rollins, and now at the pay-per-view, Damian Priest distracted Finn and supposedly costing him the world championship against Seth Rollins. And then here on WWE programming this week, they kind of got in a little tiff. So it looks like we could have a rift in the Judgment Day. Now, it's the same old story playing out. You know, you have the faction and it splits. But here's where I want to take the story a little bit, guys, is this group with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley is so over right now. I mean, people love this group, and you're teasing breaking it up. And it seems like WWE, and I don't know why when they get a good tag team or they get a decent faction rolling for the most part, that they just seem to love to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a recent one would have been the Hurt Business. You know, if you remember, the Hurt Business with Bobby Lashley and
Of course.
and MVP and Cedric Alexander, just destroying that group out of nowhere. Guys, do you think that the Judgment Day should stay together? Maybe they should not do this, or where do you see it going? Dave, I'll throw that one to you.
Yeah, like you were saying, I think that they always quick. There's always going to be beefy. You even look at the women's Money in the Bank. It's like now there's a rift with their little crew, and obviously that's going to lead to something, right? There's going to be a rift there. So yeah, it's just like the same thing over and over again. Let's break it up. Do I want to see them split up? What do I care?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's going to happen, right? I mean, that keeps the intrigue, and then everybody goes their separate ways. I guess that's just the nature of the business. There's no loyalty or longevity to a lot of these factions.
But should there be?
Yeah, that's when it was good. I mean, you look at like DX and NWO, and like that was the good stuff, man. The Hart Foundation, they wasn't beefing with each other.
That's right. Jose, what do you think? I know you're kind of getting back in the swing of things a little bit, but you saw what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. The question is if and when do they break it up? Because Priest just got the Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen there? You got to build more storyline to that. Are they going to keep backstabbing each other? They're going to keep going back and forth. If they're going to end it, I think there's going to be a lot more story added to this. It's not just going to end and split up right now, right after Money in the Bank happened. You got to add a lot more to that storyline. You saw what happened when Damian Priest tried to cash in and then they get disqualified with the other fight and everything else. So I just don't see it ending anytime soon. But I agree with you guys. I agree with David. You got to keep it going a lot longer. But he said he don't care if they break up or not. It's going to be a storyline regardless. But I say keep them a little longer. You have to, especially with the Money in the Bank being right there with Damian Priest.
See, I would like to see Finn win the championship, and then Damian cash in on him. That would be a fun way to break it up. Even though it would kind of suck to see Finn.
Story,
yeah, I would hate to see Finn have a short reign like that again. I mean, that would be cruel for him after what happened to him years ago with the Universal Championship. But at the same time, might not be a bad play. Dave's shaking his head. What do you think, Dave?
Amen. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm done with this one.
You're done with
it? Yeah. I think at some point, I mean, but like you said, and I think that you bringing that to my attention is like they always riff super quick and split up all these, factions that have legs to them, so go ahead, just get it over with.
Well, and it's funny, they almost, one team that's doing really well right now is Alpha Academy. Now they added Maxine in there, but they almost split those guys up too, and they were huge over. And I just don't, and they just did this thing with Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey when they were trying to build this up as a tag team, and we're going to build up the women's tag team division, and you take your championship team and you destroy it. What, in a matter of weeks, what's the point? Well, that kind of stuff drives me crazy. I mean, when you think about some of the great splits that have happened in pro wrestling, Jose, you brought one up with the Rockers. that didn't just happen overnight. You had a nice long build to that moment and did it at the right time. And when, like, with the Judgment Day being so hot right now, to shatter it, to me, just seems like just more bad WWE creative. So
Interesting.
yeah. So I'm just
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about Dominic and what he's bringing to the table and the whole crew there. Yeah, it's a good thing, but I don't think they're making. I mean, they're all doing great work. Yeah,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if we've bought in like one of the greatest factions of all time. Are you saying that?
No, but but they're building into something really special. I really think they are. I mean, it's such an interesting dynamic with Dominic being so hated, Rhea being so over,
Mhm.
and and all four of those guys are really over, to be honest with you. And I don't know. I just hate to see something that has so much potential get broken up so quickly.
So do you think that the fact that they're getting a lot more hate fans, if that makes sense, but obviously the fans are still there, right? The ratings are there, people are watching them, they go against them, so it's good to watch. Do you think that they're watching to see if maybe these individuals can basically succeed alone? You know what I mean? Is that probably why they look at that and break these things up sometimes? But it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes groups are better left alone the way they are. They try to individualize these guys and just, okay, you're a women's champ, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and we're gonna make you guys fight and break up. Sometimes I guess it's just best to keep it the way it is and see how long you can ride that train.
And that's my point. Ride it till she bucks you, baby. That's how it goes.
The hell?
Come on.
Alright.
David, I'll tell you.
You're out of control, man.
You're out of control.
I'm out of control.
You're out of
This whole
control.
damn show's out of control.